Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And today what I have for everyone is my full review of the MixMart case for your iPhone 6s Plus or your iPhone 6 Plus. Okay? Now, I didn't take as long to review this case as I would with other cases. That's because I found that this case has what I would consider to be a fatal flaw, but you guys and gals may not consider it to be one if you're okay with having to do that sort of thing. I'm gonna explain what that fatal flaw is in my opinion going through this video, but I just wanted to point out, if you guys and gals was wondering why this video came out so fast, that's why. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into this full review of this full protective IP68 water resistant case for your iOS device. Let's go. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about is the overall build quality and design of the case. Now, we're not going to take the device out of the case here because it is a little bit of a process in order to do that, but I did go over the full installation process of the MixMart case in the unboxing and first impressions, so I'll leave that linked up down below in the video description. But talking about the overall build quality, I do like the materials that MixMart decided to use here. This is like all plastic and rubber, but you got your rubber gaskets to make it fully water resistant. Okay, IP68, that's water resistant down to a depth of 3 feet for 30 minutes. Okay, and that also makes it shock resistant as well. Alright, so overall, when we talk about the build quality on this case, it is really good. Okay, now talking about the overall design, as you can see, in terms of design, we got all covered ports and everything. We got a built-in screen protector, we got all the necessary cutouts, all that good stuff. But there is a fatal flaw in this design that I want to point out now. So you see, to get the IP68 resistance, they actually made this case quite deep. Okay, and they have everything covered up with these really deep protective flaps, charging port, headphone jack. Everything has these rubber gaskets around it to make sure water doesn't get in there. But this is the fatal flaw. When you need to charge your device and you want to leave your device in the case, you can't do it. None of my cables is actually long enough to still charge my device with it inside of this case. So when I need to charge my device and I have this case on, I have to go through the trouble of taking off the whole case to charge my device. So that is the fatal flaw with the design in my opinion, and that's almost why I wouldn't recommend this. And this is why it's not going to be a daily driver case for me moving forward. Okay? But other than that, in terms of the overall build quality and design, I would have to say that it's really good. Now, talking about the overall fit and feel, this fits on the device pretty much perfectly. And as I said, we already have our necessary cutouts for our necessary ports, receiver grill, cameras, so on and so forth. So the overall fit of this case on the device is top notch. The overall feel of this case on the device is top notch as well. They have this really nice grippy material around the sides, and you can see they got this nice cutout rivet pattern around the sides. So when I'm using my device inside of this case, I don't have any issues in terms of the overall gripability. So the fit and feel on this one is top notch. Okay, now moving on, let's talk about the overall protection, and this is yet another case that provides maximum protection. But the manufacturer does go out of its way to point out in the user manual that you want to inspect this case after every drop and before every submersion, because you don't want to mess up the rubber gaskets. If you mess up the rubber gaskets inside of here, you pretty much kill your water resistance. So I really do like the fact that they went out of their way to point that out. So after every drop, after every submersion, you want to check your rubber gaskets on here to make sure everything is still intact. Okay, so in terms of overall full protection, this case is pretty good. So I could drop it face down. My screen is perfectly fine. I could drop it on the back. Again, the back of my device is perfectly fine. My cameras are perfectly fine. And I do like these reinforced corners. So even if it slips out of my hand, which it hasn't, it's still going to bounce off these reinforced corners and be good to go. So in terms of the overall protection on this one, it is really, really good. And this is actually very screen protector friendly. Now you do lose some touch resistance because this is a plastic screen protector. Okay, but it still works really well, and I do have double up protection on this because I have a tempered glass screen protector on the device aside from the plastic one that came built in on the case. Okay, and other than that, the buttons and things still remain rather clicky even with this case on, so I don't know how you're gonna hear it, but it's still super clicky. Volume rockers, all the buttons are super clicky, still give you that nice tactile feedback. So the overall protection on this one is top notch. You really can't get any better than this. Alright, now let's go ahead and go over the positives and negatives. Then we're going to talk about the price of this bad boy, and I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts and an overall recommendation or two. Now, talking about the positives, again, the build quality and design on this one is top notch. Build quality is top notch. Design is really good aside from that fatal flaw. Okay? The overall fit and feel of this case on the device is top notch. Okay? Still very grippy. Buttons are still very tactile, you know. So the gripability and tactileness of the buttons still remains with this case on my device. So top notch for the fit and feel. The overall protection is top notch as well. You can't really get any more protection than this. Your sides, your front, your back, your buttons, everything is fully protected and still maintains almost maximum functionality. Okay, so protection is top notch. All great positives, and the price as well can be considered another positive, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit here. Now, talking about the negatives, okay? And there's really only two, and one of them is a really major one in my opinion. Negative number one is with this case on your device, if you have another screen protector, you may want to consider taking it off because it does cut down on the touch sensitivity if you use this screen protector that's built in along with one that you already have on your device. So that is a negative, so you can't use double up protection on this one, so you lose a little bit of touch sensitivity. And negative number two, and this is a big one, you can't charge your device while it's in this case, okay? You actually have to take your device out of this case if you want to charge your device and then put it back in. That's a big negative for me, because I don't want the case itself to decide when I have to take it off. If I pick up a case for any one of my devices, I want it to go on, I want it to stay on, and I want to maintain maximum functionality for my whole device. And I want to decide when I want to take it off. I don't want to have to go through the trouble of putting it on, okay, oh dang, now I need to charge my device, now I got to take it back off. No, I don't want to go through that, okay? That's not how it's supposed to be. The whole point of having the necessary cutouts and everything is so you should still be able to charge your device or do whatever you need to with your device while it's still inside the case. And the fact that you can't do the one primary thing that you should be able to do, which is charge your device with it in this case, that's a very, very big negative in my opinion. Now, I can also see some of you guys saying, well, it's a waterproof case. You're really only supposed to use this case when you go to the beach or you know you're going to be around water. You know, it's not meant to be a case that you use every day. Okay, I understand that. But any case that I pick up with the intention of using it every day, okay? All these cases you guys and gals see me review, the whole point of why I review it the way I do in 2-week increments is because I want to use the case every day. I want to see how the case holds up on a day-to-day basis with my style of usage. I don't want to have to keep fighting with the case to put it on and then fight with the case to take it off just because I need to do something with my device. No, that's not how it's supposed to be, and that's just in my opinion. Again, we can agree to disagree, okay? As long as we can do so respectfully. Alright, that being said, that is a major negative in my opinion, and that is the fatal flaw of this case. Alright, so that goes over the positives, that goes over the negatives. Now let's talk about the price and get into my final thoughts and overall recommendation time. Alright, so I picked this bad boy up via Amazon, and I believe at checkout it was about $18, $19. As I always do, I'll have the screenshot up in post so you guys and gals know exactly what I paid for this one. But at that price, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick up this case? Well, at least for me, it's going to have to be a no. No. Now, you guys and gals might be okay with picking it up because you're okay with using it if you need to use it for a specific task. Again, like I said, if you go to the beach or anything like that and you want that full protection for your device. But at least for me, it's a pass on this one, okay? Now, if you are interested in this case, I'll leave the links, as I always do, down below in the video description. That being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. If you guys and gals did enjoy this video and or you found it helpful in any way, shape, form, or fashion, please help your boy out and give the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more content like this, also feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. This whole video here today was recorded in 720p resolution at 30 frames per second, and we are using the rear-facing 12 megapixel camera on the S7 Active to record this video. As well as we're using the Comica V30 Lite shotgun style microphone to record all the audio. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality as well as the overall audio quality down below in the comments. Your feedback, as always, is greatly appreciated. Alright, I hope you guys and gals have a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Peace, everyone. Ah, man, I'm just kind of bummed out about this one. But you know what it's time to do. We going back to that wireless charging case, baby. Oh, yeah. Let's go. We out of here. Peace, y'all.